20 minutes of being here, there's already 4 or 5 bulls that are like every bit as big as the biggest bulls that we were on last year. Breathing in pure wildfire smoke. Across the West, millions of acres of public land are locked behind corner crossing laws. Land that belongs to every American, yet we're told we can't set foot on it. In 2025, hunters and anglers achieved a big victory, and many Western states officially legalized corner crossing. However, there are still several holdout states where it remains a legal gray area. Montana is one of those. So when we set out to hunt elk on a block of landlocked public ground, we faced a choice: turn back or find another way in. The only legal way was from the air. We chartered a helicopter not for luxury, but for access, to prove that these places shouldn't be off limits to the very people who own them. This is the first time I've been on a helicopter.
Oh.
So this is pretty freaking cool for me.
Helicopter.
When the rotors faded and the silence took over, we weren't just hunting elk. We were standing on principle. This is public land, it's ours, and no broken system of corners and fences should keep us from it. That was freaking awesome. That is the way to do it right there. I'm a helicopter man now, through and through. So we just kind of did a little circle around the property that we have access to. We're locked in here. It's about, I think, 1,400 acres total, and there are bulls all over it. We passed, I don't know, first we passed like 4 or 5 like raghorns, and then right here over this ridge, I like her choice. I like her odds. Now we're just gonna hang out here for a while with our jug of water. Should we just drink it all? Please come back. I'm honestly kind of worried that like camping up here with them is gonna mess them up. And I don't know if having a helicopter land 3 times, if they're gonna be like, huh, that's weird. I know one thing, we're in elk. We're just poking around up here a little bit, trying to find the best camp spot. Found a great spot down the ridge a little ways. We just kind of crest the hill, go in the other direction, and saw a big bull. I only got like a couple second glimpse at him, but absolutely a shooter. Heavy, really wide. That's all I could tell. But after spending 11 days in Montana last year and kind of seeing what that area had to offer, like within 20 minutes of being here, there's already 4 or 5 bulls that are like every bit as big as the biggest bulls that we were on last year. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Rip a bug. It's a good thing you wore your red shirt. They're probably going to attack you if they're anything like a bull.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the tactic you're going for?
They mess with the bull, they're going to get the horns. Yeah, I marked that wall on Spartan Forge.
All right, so we got a great camp spot down here. We already got our tent set up, kind of
We're gonna
tucked
be-
away in the corner.
We're gonna be listening to a bugle.
Dude,
all
they're
night.
gonna walk like right past us, I think. Which we're running that risk anywhere up here.
Right.
But at least down here, there's some really thick woods that I think are kind of a barrier.
Well, my second big sack was a bear suit, so I have to put it on and go out there and run and chase after them.
What are we getting into, guys?
Why am I hunting with this guy again?
You brought him.
I know. Last year I said never again, and look at me now.
Yeah, he said.
Back.
Yeah, he said never again. He did. But here we are.
I'm going chicken and dumplings tonight. Really clogged me up for the rest of the trip. About a week ago, we were planning the logistics of all this. If you guys don't know, corner crossing is a gray area. I guess technically illegal. Bill was about to pull the trigger on a hang glider, like a personal hang glider that he's gonna pack out here and hang glide across the corner onto another piece of public.
Yeah. I'm not dead. I'm serious. It's a heart attack. He had to talk me out of it. I could see no reason why this wouldn't highlight this is the ridiculous that the government makes us resort to. We're going to create a gray area where you could or could not get arrested by crossing 1 inch of land. And so in order to do that, you either need to pay $1,000 for a helicopter to bring you 7 feet, engage in long jumping and get a surveyor out here to tell you exactly where the corner is, or get a hang glider.
Or ride a Dorito.
Or yeah.
Right. Corner crossing on a cool ranch.
Yeah. Nacho cheese, nacho property.
Just hunting a really small spot like this. The last thing I want to do is come in here and like tromp all around, do a bunch of calling, and just blow these elk out. We know the elk are here. We saw them yesterday coming in.
Yeah.
And a shooter bull was up here, 500 yards up this ridge. So basically we have a big square. We're kind of on the back corner of the square right here. This ridge kind of runs to the very back edge. And then all this way, we have, I think, 600 acres that way. It chokes down in the bottom down here. And then this whole butte on the other side is all public. But in order to get up there, we have to go all the way down to the bottom because there's like a narrow section where you can cross over to the next property. It's not a corner, but there's like kind of a 100-yard wide swath that you can cut through. And we might have to literally scale up that, but most likely they're going to be down on the bottom, down here somewhere.
Waiting game. Now. Just wait to hear something. There it is again. You hear that one? It's a different one, yeah.
To me, it sounded like there was one over there. One straight down that way, and one over that way.
And one over that way.
Okay. There's also 2 hunters about a mile down that way yesterday, so
But he thought that
could potentially be them.
He said that they had a vehicle
Oh, okay.
that was farther off at a 4-wheeler, so he thought they were leaving.
I can't see though. Alright, it's been about an hour since we got up on this ridge. We're watching a group of elk down in this meadow, and they're like right on the edge of private and public. The one that's been bugling and chuckling, I think, is on our side. We're just kind of waiting for him to come out to see what he is. There's a bunch over here. I know there's elk off this side. We just haven't really heard anything bugle. Bill heard one early this morning, but we're about to walk up this ridge a little farther, get higher, and be able to glass back on this north side here. But we're just trying to get a feel for the land, a feel for what's out here before we just dive bomb off into the woods and start stinking it up.
Bill, how big are you gonna be this trip?
290.
290?
290.
What about 285?
I'm gonna say if it's like 285's getting the business.
That might be a good bull there. A new bull has shown up to party. You hate to see that. We just hiked all the way down to the bottom, then all the way back up. And that last part kicked my ass, I'm not gonna lie. Did not see anything. We just got to the top. We're literally at 75 yards from camp, and there was a bull right here. Not a shooter, but I don't know what happened, because the elk have obviously been just living back there on that slope. I'm thinking maybe the helicopter pushed them out, because they obviously all saw the helicopter land. I'm wondering if the elk that we saw this morning down in the valley are those elk that just came up and over. But I don't know, maybe after a day or two they'll kind of get settled back in and come back over here. There are wallows all over the place on that side. I'm surprised Bill and Cody didn't see that bull. I mistaked you for a bear for a second from up there. I just saw something black moving through the brush.
And fat.
Yeah, fat and black. It's like, it's not a grizzly. He's not that brawny, but kind of like a little scrawny black bear or a porcupine or something.
One of those ones that walk on their back leg and look like a human.
Yeah. So we saw a bunch of elk, but saw no elk off the backside. We heard one for sure in a wallow, like within 75 yards of us. Never saw it.
Ninja elk.
We hiked all the way up here, and there was a bull right here. Like a rat. I mean, it was a small bull, but we popped up over this hill, and we spooked him, and he kind of ran, kind of confused down here. I think he got in your tent for a second.
Yeah.
Just got cozy, then
Took
took off. But we went back up to the glassing spot where we started this morning, and there's elk in all the same spots they were at this morning.
That's what I told him I was afraid of.
Yeah, I think what happened is the helicopter spooked the ones on this backside, and either they came over on this side or they just went like way that way.
Maybe it'll be make a move back in the morning.
But yeah, maybe. It is wallows galore back there. Yeah, it looks so good. I mean, the elk have been trampling it back there. The last like 300 yards was very steep. Like,
I gave him my other walking poles. It was like, if you didn't have trekking poles, it was...
yeah. See, that's what I'm worried about is like if we hike all the way down in there, we're gonna want to spend all day, and then it's gonna be a brutal hike back up. So I'm almost considering just taking camp down there. But the problem with that is, and we kind of like then we eliminate this backside, which this backside's good.
Yeah.
I just think the elk have to like get comfortable again back there.
We just for sure go down there all day. Like I said, just like either you bomb down there first thing in the morning when the thermals aren't right, and just get down to the bottom of the hill and then wait, and then just take food and everything like down there. Just be ready in case you get all the way down there and you don't want to come back up. You know.
Day number 1, I'd say it's a success. There's a lot of elk in here. They're not herded up like they were last year, which is, I'm very thankful for that. I think we probably spooked a few on this north slope, but I think they'll come back at some point. And we got some plays we can make for tomorrow. we spotted, actually Ryer spotted the first one. There's a couple bulls back in on that same ridge where they've been the last, yesterday morning and afternoon. One looks like a pretty good 6x6 or 5x6. I would definitely shoot him. Might sit here for another 5 minutes, see if anything else pops up, and then start hiking that way. I think we're gonna have to go like, stay high, go all the way around, and then drop down. And then tell the helicopter to come pick us up. Let's get back in the shade and try to get in front of it. I think they're headed to that wallow. Our wind is not good. Has kind of been shifting all day. The thermals haven't been going up all afternoon because it's been overcast. And we were down in this ditch, and the wind was mostly pulling up that way, so I thought we could potentially get inside, like cut them off at this wallow side hill and get lucky, but I knew that was kind of a high risk play. Well, the wallow did not work out. We didn't see anything else or hear anything else. Pop back up to the top, and there's bulls in like the same areas that we've been seeing them. Just far away, and I don't know how we can get to them. Day 2 in the books. We might have to move our food to a different tree or something. Maybe put it over there. It's supposed to be downwind, right? Put your food downwind from your camp. I'm a little slow this morning after getting about 20% oxygen last night. Breathing in pure wildfire smoke. this morning, so Bill and I just split up. Bill's looking at the big meadow on that side of this north slope. The wallow that we sat yesterday is right here, but we're positioned so we can see all the way down this meadow. We're just gonna hang tight for like an hour and see if we see anything or hear anything. But it is like elk Chernobyl back here. It looks like there was just an elk city before we got here, and now it's just totally abandoned. If nothing happens in the next hour, we're gonna go ahead and get picked up and make a new game plan, because this smoke is getting pretty nasty. The situation is, smoke is getting much worse. Can't see the mountains over there. And so we're waiting to get picked up, or at least waiting for a response on when we're gonna get picked up. We just landed. The smoke has gotten, it was like 130 when Ryder and I landed. It's already at like 165 here.
Yeah,
So
it was
it's
getting
gonna be like
worse up there
250 It's gonna
too.
be like 250 or more up where we were.
We couldn't see the mountain when we left.
Yeah, but I don't either go back to where we hunted last year and figure out another way in there, or I don't know. I mean,
Do
there's
some research.
there's a lot of other potential spots we can just go hike into,
Yeah,
just away from this like
smoke.
50-mile radius where
Yeah.
all the smoke is.
Just hiking, like when we were hiking our gear up, like after I dropped everything, I could feel it. So
Yeah.
you can hope in one hand and you can poop in another. Tell me which one fills up first. It's a joke.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Edit that.
All right.
By the looks of it, we're kind of starting over this morning. We had to move off the mountain because of the fires. It's actually still pretty smoky here, but at least it's not a place where we can get pinned down. There could have been snow and stuff up there tomorrow, so even if we had stuck it out and killed, we might have been stuck on the mountain for a few days. Definitely colder here this morning. I was hoping to hear some bugling. I can't kill him. It's not an actual elk. But the day's young. So we're gonna keep looking around here and hitting some spots and see if we can get something calling back. And then make a move. So stay tuned.
I'm waiting for you to bugle.
I can't do that when I'm laughing. I'm trying not to laugh right now.
He's nervous. He's getting stage fright.
No, I can't do it. I'm laughing. I'm trying not to laugh.
It sounds kind of like guttural, the start to it.
Hold on. I was at my computer desk doing this perfectly before we came here.
You just gotta commit to it. Full steam. You gotta blow.
bull.
I can't not laugh.
There's a bull that has COVID. Very small lung capacity. There's a bull that's been breathing in smoke for a week.
I can't not laugh. I'm laughing every time I do it. Let's just go. I'll practice.
We got to fight.
Yep. Me and you get this one.
It's finally happening. It's what the people wanted to see. They wanted to see me and Bill have a tomahawk fight. Our focus on hunting is drastically decreasing.
This is what it's come to, Drew.
Yeah, this is getting bad. We're losing focus, losing hope. Odds of success are going down very quickly.
This is all public around here. This is public here. So what we're gonna have to probably do is to get into this BMA, we have to go all the way over here, and then we're gonna probably have to hike like 6 miles to get in to where we know the elk are, unless they're dispersed, in which case we might be able to get to them at any part of this tract, because it was all woods that we hunted hard into last year till we got on these elk. So I'm feeling good. Things are lining up. We couldn't even see, 200 yards this morning?
At least.
And we were surrounded by grizzly bear,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with, but we would rather, less grizzly, more elk. And we can see and breathe here. My lungs aren't hurting right now as I breathe, so all positives. They're in those trees. They're a lot closer than we think. If it's anything like last year, we need to be prepared to get out and go back down to the bottom of the water. Because they were just last year.
Let the bellows blow. Let the fire grow.
My morale this morning when I woke up was down. The area that we had planned, talked to everyone about, people knew the area, helped us out. It would look like it was a good place to drop into. There were elk there. And then we wake up the second day and we can't see 100 yards because of the smoke. So we had to get off that mountain. And my initial thought was, this is a curved ball that's going to kill us. Because now we're moving across the state, which we literally did yesterday. We got into areas we'd been in the past. And I just, my morale was down this morning. And then I was like, you know what? No. Everyone runs into these problems. The only difference is that you guys have the added pressure of people like watching Seek One videos. And if we want to represent
hunting and how we do this, and you know, the good Lord told me this morning we got to get out and kill these next 3 days. That was what I got this morning when I thought about it. When we were walking out and I saw the American flag looking how good outside the hotel was. We got 3 days.
September 11th.
Yeah, September 11th. I wanted to quit this morning. There was a part of me, a little devil on my shoulder, that was like, all of your plans for the last year that you've been trying to figure this out are gone. And then to me, it's like, you know, I think it's the Lord saying, you know, what's your makeup of a guy? Are you going to quit for the next 3 days and come up? You have 1,000 excuses why we're not going to kill. Between the smoke, the hunters in there that we didn't think that were going to be in there, the ungodly terrain that we were dealing with for the first couple of days that we were in there, you not feeling well, we started not to feel well the third day that we left, having to travel across the state, now competing with other hunters. There's a million reasons that I could be like, yeah, the elk trip didn't work out. Or I can work my butt off, you know, as David said, is there not a cause? There is a cause. I'm out here to hunt and get after elk. So I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm going to work my butt off. And if at the end of day 3 we still haven't killed, at least I know I didn't give up prematurely, because I think in the final analysis that would be what upsets me most. Is if I look back at this and I say, oh, I checked out. I certainly wouldn't tell my son to do that. So why would I be talking myself into doing it this morning? I'm not going to. So
Let's go!
I'm going to get after these dang elk.
That was a more refined version than what you gave me at like 5 this morning.
Well, you know, I don't do many things refined at 5 in the morning.
I think we go around the backside of this here ridge.
Yep.
And pop around in there.
I was looking at my Spartan Forge out this morning, patent pending. The pressure is dropping. Then the pressure starts to really rise, and the temperature is going down at the same time. So I think they've not really been bugling until last night, and the pressure was moving last night, and they were bugling. So I think they're at least going to be more vocal over the next few days, and it's about to be.
The temperature's dropping big time.
Yeah, temperature's dropping big time. We could have snow, so, you know, get after it.
All right, well, I'm going to go back to the hotel and take a nap.
All right.
Let me know if you guys find anything.
Can you grab me some McDonald's? And you camera guys, you can have these. Just let me know what these guys do. And call us if anything happens, and we'll answer.
Decided to come back down low because we had a bull run across the road this morning while we were driving down here, like out in the open, out in these like open sage flats, like pronghorn country. And so I stopped at a different piece of public that's got some trees on it. I was just glassing it, and I saw one lone cow at the very top of this ridge, like skyline at the top of the ridge. probably 2 miles away. And now I got there's a whole herd coming over the hill with a couple bulls in it. I'm trying to figure out if there's a road that gets us closer to those elk. It doesn't really look like there is. It looks like this is all walk-in only. They're pretty far away. But easy walking at least. I wish I could tell what they are, like what the bull looks like. It's too far.
Just ran into the superstars over here.
I don't know about that. We're far from that this week.
What do y'all got going on, y'all? On the elk?
Well, just these up here.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place. We've been like to 4 different mountain ranges.
Okay.
We actually got dropped off by a helicopter on opening day on some Landlocked BLM.
Okay.
And the smoke pushed us out.
Okay.
So we had to leave, and we've been bouncing all over the place, but spotted all these up here from the road last night.
Bunch of elk
Yeah.
here. They were all making their way. So I was up there glassing last night, and they were all coming onto this property. And on the way out in the dark, well, not in the dark, it was like 20, 30 minutes till shooting light. I was making my way that way and heard a bugle right behind me. So I was like, I got to turn around and go check it out. And got back over here, and 2 cows were coming up over the ridge. And so I knelt down, and then this guy just popped up out of nowhere, and there were some giant bulls in that herd.
Really?
Like 360. This is my first elk ever, so I was
Dude,
like,
that's awesome.
He joined on the channel, guys. Say what's up in the comments.
Solo Public, that's the channel?
Hunt Solo Public.
Hunt Solo Public, you guys go follow him. I got my hat turned backwards because the wind is blowing like 60 miles an hour up here. All the elk dropped off the backside and are going up the other side now. They're far away. Still moving. We have been hunkering down here in this little spot for 6 hours, just trying to keep out of the wind. And every 30 minutes or so, I'm just popping over the hill and seeing if the elk are still there, and they're all still. Honestly, we don't have to pop over because they're bugling their heads off. Also, if we threw in some spotter footage, shout out to Hunt Solo Public, because I didn't bring my spotting scope up here to film out of, and he filmed the same herd yesterday. So if you saw some crispy spotter footage, that was his. If you saw some really shaky, like halfway on the lens footage, that was mine. Focus. Come on. There you are.
What are you doing? You watching me sulk?
Yeah.
They know exactly where the private starts and where the public stops. They're just betting off on, well, they're betting on the private. We thought, this is only another 100 yards. We thought there was a chance they'd come up here, but there's no crap, there's no rubs. So, that's the end of the trip.
Elk hunting, man.
Yeah, it got me.
last morning, September 14th. We're back at the spot where we were at last night. There's already 4 trucks here. We're definitely a little late, but I kind of wanted to be able to see up the hill to see if there's any elk on this side. And all I see I saw 4 cows at the very top, and then I'm pretty sure I could see like the back ridge where they were last night from down here. It's just hard to tell like where exactly it's at. And I saw some more over there, so they're probably just in the same spot they were last night. Nonetheless, can't be lazy on the last day, and we're gonna hike up there and wave at them from across the valley. Maybe flip them off. Say we'll be back another time.
Oh man. Well, we got up there. Herd is basically in the same spot. There were 3 other hunters up there that had all, I guess, hiked up in the dark and got in that valley. And I don't know, this is like very similar to the spot we hunted last year where these elk are right on the edge of public and private, and they may come over onto the public once every few days, once every 5 days. The herd may break up a little bit and some satellite bulls might come over here, which is clearly the case because the guy from Georgia killed one. I don't know, I think we just found the spot too late. It's day 8 and we're leaving for New Mexico tomorrow for Kendall's elk hunt. It's, I guess it sort of feels good to find a great spot like this, but this was for sure a reality check and a reminder of how tough elk hunting is out on public land, especially a general tag like this. So it is not easy. We have put probably 1,000 miles on the truck, a few hundred miles on the helicopter, and a lot of miles on the boots this week. But this tag actually goes through the end of the season, so there's a chance I'll come back out here. If I have time to that, I'm actually gonna look at the landowners that back up to this piece and see if I can find a contact or a house and talk to them about a trespass fee, which I am totally open to paying. That's a wrap. Still haven't talked to Bill about their adventure yesterday. I think they spent like 5 hours hiking through deadfall. They didn't get to the truck until like 10:30. So appreciate y'all for watching. Sorry for there not being much elk footage in this one, but this is pretty typical for going out and hunting public like this. Off to New Mexico.